Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're really well. It's the team at Five Properties here, bringing you something for the weekend. Today on the show, I've got Anne-Marie and also I have Erin.
Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah, great. Thanks. Yeah.
You well? No, that Friday feeling's definitely sinking in, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the essence really of this is really just to give you a bit of a flavour for what's going on the weekend. So we thought we would share that with you as I bounce around my screen. It's really just to give you a bit of an insight as to what's going on in Fife, something that you can perhaps enjoy, something that's different, it's in your area that you may not have thought about. Given it's actually quite a horrible day, girls, isn't it? And it's going to be horrible over the weekend.
Yeah.
We've got some outdoor stuff, but primarily it's indoor stuff. So we'll cover that off with you. So I'll give it a wee start then, guys. So Levenmouth, Saturday, 19th of November at the studio. So they've got a charity evening of mediumship, if you're into mediumship and spooks and connecting. So their doors open at 7 and it starts at 7:30. It's a ticket event. Tickets are £20, but the tickets do include a buffet. There are prize raffles as well. They're £1 each. So good opportunity to perhaps bag yourself a little gift of some sort. The charity event, on a serious note, was actually supporting a local Levenmouth lad who has Huntington's disease. So, I think we'll all agree it's quite a kind of sad situation. Yeah. So they're trying to put on really a fun event that people will enjoy that's slightly different. So if you don't know where the studio is on Den Walk in Methil. It's just opposite the bus depot. So everybody knows where that is. Now, in regards to tickets, you can't necessarily pay on the door as far as I'm aware, but check that out. My understanding is that tickets are available from the Tea House, which is on 4th Street in Leven, which used to be the old Hearts and Soul shop. So they're selling the tickets. And as I say, tickets are £20. It's including your buffet. It's an entertaining evening. And it'll actually really go towards a really great cause as well and help this young lad maybe make his life a little bit better in the future. So a fun thing through a serious thing as well. But I think that speaks volumes of the Leven community, doesn't it? And the Fife communities as a whole, because they certainly seem to come together for people, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've seen that.
So what about yourself, Anne-Marie? What have you got that's coming?
Well, I've got, it's called the Murder Mystery Dinner. So it's actually a welcome to the Roaring Twenties. Ooh. I love that era. All the outfits, the clothes, it's just, love it. So yeah, welcome to the Roaring Twenties and Home of the Great. So it's a murder mystery dinner. It's called the Gangsters and Gatsby. So
that's a dress-up event then.
Yeah.
That'll be hats and everything.
So this is actually it's to be held at the Crail Community Hall in St Andrews Road in Crail, KY10 3UK. So this is to be held tomorrow, 19th of November. Doors open 7:30. So it's actually what they've got here is it says, "Can you catch a killer?" So Scotland Murder Mystery and winners of the event company of the year 2020-21 and 2022 at the Scotland's Prestige Awards invite you to attend a truly unique evening. So what they've got in store is so you can sit back and relax as they perform a side-splitting opening act. Then you get involved in the action as each suspect in a terrible murder comes to your table to be interrogated.
That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Brilliant, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's an evening like no other, with a story that you'll never forget. So that's how it's been advertised. So that sounds really good, actually.
That does sound good. Have either of you done a murder mystery evening or weekend?
I haven't. I mean, I've done the Gatsby and gangster sort of fancy dress. So I might get my outfit and go along myself, actually. So that's the first one I've got there. So how about you, Erin?
Tomorrow, tomorrow, Saturday the 19th, there is the Ashton Market is coming, but this time it's going to be at the Laurel Bank Hotel in the car park in Markinch. Now, obviously, it is an outside event, so weather dependent. I did check the Facebook page just before about to come on, and it does look like it's all still planned to go ahead. So fingers crossed we maybe get a bit of a dry spell tomorrow and you can pop along. But I would be here ages listing everyone who's going to it. But a couple good ones to look out for are the Snook Books. They'll be there. The Muffin Man, he will be making an appearance. And so will Joe's Kitchen, who he does the best burgers. So it's definitely one to watch for. I believe
Muffin Man's muffins are unreal as well.
Absolutely. Jim will be kicking himself a bush and he was able to pop along tomorrow. But I think it's due to start at 10 a.m. and it'll be on until about 3 o'clock. And they will be posting weather updates on the Facebook page just to make sure it's all running smoothly. But that'll be happening tomorrow from 10 onwards.
The great thing about that event, guys, is even if you go along, if it's dry for a couple of hours and you get a bit wet, just nip in the Laurel Bank, get a nice warm lunch, cup of nice tipple, a wee nip of whiskey maybe to warm the cockles. That'll keep you going.
As they say.
Definitely. But good to get a bit of early Christmas shopping done as well, popping along.
Exactly.
Good. Back
For myself,
yeah.
So another little kind of on the Christmas theme, actually, Erin, taking on from yourself. So Friends of Silverburn Park have their Christmas fair on tomorrow. This is an indoor event, guys. So if it pours rain tomorrow, it'll still give you something fun to do. So it's on Saturday, the 19th of November. It's from 11 until 2. It's at Leaven Parish Church, but it's in the gathering hall that's right next to it. So everyone knows where that church is. It's right on the corner by the memorial statue. So easy to find. So it's a silver collection which will be taken at the door, and all of the proceeds from that silver collection are going to the Play Park Project Fund for Silverburn Park. So it's something to kind of just continue to improve the park and everything and all the great work that they do there. There are over 20 stalls which are available to browse. Perhaps grab yourself a nice early Christmas gift for someone, or yourself even if you want to. But actually, we talk about Christmas gifts, but we're not talking big spend items here either. So, I think for me this year, and I think everyone will be the same, it's definitely going to be economies of scale, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But some of the things that are going to be there, so you've got Key Home and Leaven, they're going to be there. Body Shop are going to be there. The East Coast Interiors are also going to be in attendance. The Old Station Bakery, well, you'd expect that because they're based at Silverburn, so they're going to be at the church as well in the hall. So they do some nice sweet treats as well. You've got Labels by Chappers. You've got Made So Special, and I mean sew as in stitching. So that's obviously going to be something crafty. And the Crafty Hags are also there with some of their great design work. So you might get a little bit of a unique thing there as well. Along with them, you've also got cushions and wreaths. So again, a nice Christmas theme going on there. And that's just some of what's going to be there. The weather's going to be rotten potentially tomorrow, but you can enjoy the hall. But also, again, if you're wet, if you're cold, if you just want something to bite on, there are some outdoor hot drinks and food stalls. So there's hot drinks, hot filled rolls, there's artisan sausage rolls, which are one of my favourites. And actually the other plus for this event is that the Shore Box will also be there. So that's great for those guys. I mean, you'll have used them when they're at Ruby Bay. So the fact that they're kind of getting the opportunity to go to an event is really great. So look forward to them. They do some nice treats and do some nice hot chocolates, Erin, if you want to pop down.
It sounds tempting, yeah.
Marie, what else have you got going on?
So I've also got, so it's a champagne versus sparkling wine masterclass and buffet. So that's just
you're going all high class on us this weekend, Anne-Marie.
I know, a bit posh. So this is to be held at the Ruffles Country House Hotel in St Andrews, in the Garden Suite, Ruffles Country House, Strathkinnis Lower Road, in St Andrews. And that's there's a telephone number here as well, 01334 472 594, and that's if you want to call and just get further details, etc. But what it is, it's a fun, relaxed fizz tasting, sampling champagne and sparkling wine with Rose as your guide. So you're going to enjoy a fizz aperitif on arrival. At the seated tasting, you will then sample a further 8 wines.
Oh, that sounds right up my street.
I can pause at that bit. So you'll be sampling a further 8 wines served in pairs, with one from Champagne and another high quality sparkling wine from elsewhere in the world in each pair. So, and this is to see if you can spot the difference between New Zealand fizz, Prosecco, Cava, English sparkling wine, and the real thing, champagne. After the tasting, enjoy a delicious 2-course fork buffet with a selection of further samples of wines to try from around the world, chosen by Rose. And so to book it, you can book a table with your friends or book yourself a place, and they will put you on a table with like-minded champagne lovers. You don't need any knowledge really of wine or anything. It's just what you need to have is a love of fizz.
A love of fizz.
A love of fizz.
And a good purse or wallet with you.
Exactly, yeah. Which brings me on that note. So tickets are actually £85. Okay.
But that actually, you're getting quite a lot for that, though. That sounds like a really nice, sophisticated evening, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and it's good for birthdays, retirement parties, that sort of thing. If you're looking for somewhere to go, I think that'd be really good. It starts at 7 p.m. with the fizz aperitif served in the garden suite foyer, and then at 7:30 you're seated and the tasting begins. So that sounds like a really good one actually tomorrow.
That
So
sounds lovely.
yeah. So anything else, Erin?
Yeah, so the last one happening in the Glenrothes area this week is on Sunday the 20th of November. Thankfully, this is inside, so it will definitely go ahead. But there's a Christmas fair happening at Studio 8. So again, this is on from 10 a.m. until 3 o'clock, and there are many stalls there, so many that they've had to do it over the 2 levels of the studio, so it'll be jam-packed, plenty of stuff to pick from. A couple good ones to look out for is that there's going to be jewellery stalls, children's toy stalls. There'll also be beauty products there and much more. And again, this is a free event, so of course, obviously not the things you're going to buy is free, but it'd be nice to pop along, support the community, and there will be tea and coffee and snacks there as well.
But that's a nice thing to do on a Saturday, isn't it? Just have a little browse around and maybe get some nice Christmas early gifts and what have you in as well. Use some of your time, because when it's dark and rainy like it is today, if it's going to be like that over the weekend, something nice and fun to break up the weekend will be good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know.
definitely.
Christmas comes around quick. I mean, we're on the 18th now, so just for a month, and Santa will be coming. So yeah, it's good to start early and save the leaving everything last minute like I normally do.
Well, there you go. We've given you plenty of ideas so far, and we're not done yet.
I should be good to go this year then.
You should. Another fun thing is actually going in the leaving area, and this is a great one actually for you budding mums and dads out there, and also if you want to get some portraits done of your children. So Leaving Beach Caravan Park, it is where it says, you can't miss it, but there's a festive photographic weekend on, and that's on Saturday the 19th and also Sunday the 20th. It's on from 10 until 2 o'clock. You can book a 20-minute slot with them, and it's basically to get your kids' Christmas portrait done. So the fees associated with that, they do a sitting and a 6x4 print for £12, and then they do an 8x10 print for £5. But actually you can take along with you a USB stick, and they'll download your photographs that you've purchased. So again, you can do multiple printing yourself from that point. So I think that's a really fun thing that the kids might quite like doing. And we're coming up to kind of Christmas jumpery time as well, aren't we? So that would be a kind of fun way to spend a couple of hours with the kids, and then nip next door into the little cafe and get yourself a nice warm drink.
Absolutely. It's a good idea having it on a USB as well, actually, because then you can have it sent out to all the family.
Yeah.
You can maybe make it even into a Christmas card or something, can't you? Which I think is a really great idea. So again, it's just something different, isn't it?
That is different. That's really good, actually. Yeah.
Anything else, Anne-Marie, that you've got in the areas that you're covering?
This is actually tonight. I don't know if it's short notice for everyone, but it's actually tonight, and it's St Andrew's Student Union, and it's in the Beacon Bar, and it's 2 groups. So you've got it's a much anticipated annual collab between the St Andrews Accidentals and the Trinity College Trinitones. So I believe, just looking at the advert, it looks like it's 2 a cappella groups, because there's no music involved, no instruments involved. And it's going to be amazing. It's instrumental free, and it's a totally tipsy night in the Beacon Bar. And it's to listen to these 2 a cappella groups singing. So I think it's like a collaboration of the 2. It sounds really good, actually. It's tonight at 8:30. Doors open at 8:30, but they close at 10:30. So no admission after then. And tickets are £5. It's a nice, cheap and cheerful night if you're looking for something to do tonight.
That sounds fun as well. You're definitely going through the entertainment, wine and drinks events this weekend, Anne-Marie. Have you had a stressful week?
Yeah, there is a theme. There is a theme going. Yeah. And so anything else, Erin? Over to you.
I've not actually got anything else. Well, I mean, it's not really for the weekend, but it's just to put on everyone's radar. And Monday in Glenrothes, there's actually a walking group starting on Monday night over at the Glen with Glenrothes Strollers. That is the park just across from the leisure centre in Glenrothes, if you know where I am. So there's a walking group actually starting there on Monday from 6 o'clock. Obviously, it's free to join, just for people to go have a bit make some new friends, and there's tea and coffee after the walk's done. So that'll be happening every Monday at 6 o'clock at the Glenrothes Strollers Park.
That's
Not the
quite nice
weekend.
actually to do something on a Monday, isn't it? Because you have a busy weekend and Monday comes along and then suddenly you're thinking it's the working week. Not everybody does kind of something on a school night, do they? So that's quite a nice thing to do, and it's not
That's
so
it.
late either.
Yeah.
That sounds
So,
fun.
Something to think about over the weekend if you want to do it on the Monday. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got another thing actually. Again, it's on this evening, so it might be a bit late notice, but in Kirkcaldy tonight at the Fife Ice Arena, this might be fun for the kids actually. So from 7 until 8:30, there is a ice disco. So I can't even stand up on the
That
ice.
sounds
So
really
ice
good,
disco
actually.
is not happening for me. But kids they've got no fear, so they will just go for it, won't they? But it's £8 entry and it includes skate hire. So I think actually that's a really great night out for kids. So an hour and a half for that price tag, I think is pretty good and a bit of fun there as well. So that'd be a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie, anything else you want to share?
I've heard of roller disco, but not ice skating disco. So
I haven't. I was like, okay, that's new.
I'm trying
I
to
think
keep
you need to be
quiet.
pretty confident.
I'm trying to keep quiet over here because I don't want to show my age. But about 5 years ago, I was at these Fife Arena. These things have been going for many years, so I actually know I've been to that disco a few times.
Oh,
Actually,
right.
and it's good. The lights are off. They've got multicolored lights on, so you're kind of in the dark, but obviously it's kind of strobe light, and then you just skate about till your heart contents. For
Yeah, so proper disco atmosphere. It sounds really good, actually.
That does sound fun, doesn't it?
it is, yeah.
So what other fun stuff have you got on, Anne-Marie, in your areas?
So I've got so it's the at the Bow House near St. Monans. It's actually on Friday the 25th of November. It's called the Hey America Launch Party Club Night. So the doors open at 7:30. It starts at 8 o'clock. 8 till 1. Stuart Cosgrove book. So it's black music and the White House, reading, spoken word, signing session, and after soul club party.
That sounds great.
Supported by Glasgow-based DJ and collector Andrew Devine, spinning soul across the spectrum. Northern soul, love Northern soul.
Me
Northern
too.
soul, yeah. Crossover, funk, and disco. So that's it's an over 18s event. Limited tickets, general admission is £12 plus £1.20 booking fee. So that sounds pretty good, actually.
That's it. Pretty good. That's a different kind of weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's for the mature crowd, well, over 18s anyway.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that Northern Soul bit there, so I may check it out myself.
You need to get your flat shoes on if you're doing a bit of Northern Soul, Anne-Marie.
Definitely.
No heels.
Have a chair ready after all that spinning, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Something else going on in the Cooper area, actually, just to cover off with you. Unfortunately, Jimmy couldn't join us today, but Jimmy has found out a couple of events that are going on, and one of them actually I can vouch for because I actually did do it on Thursday evening. It was fantastic. So at the Cooper Corn Exchange, it's at Catherine Street in Cooper, the Cooper Youth Amateur Theatre. It's age groups 12 to 17, and they are doing a Here We Go Again concert. And honestly, guys, it was fantastic. We went the other night and we were honoured to be able to kind of sponsor the event, and it was really, really worthwhile. The kids done fantastically, considering it's the first time they've kind of worked together in 2 years. So it was really brilliant. And actually, again, competitively priced. Tickets are £10. The doors open at 7:30. It goes on till 9, and it really was fabulous. They have a kind of interval in the middle, and you can get a kind of tea and coffee. And if you're taking your kids along, which I think they will enjoy it, the scouts were there when we were there, so there was a whole row of little green men in their outfits enjoying the show, and it was just really great fun. So really something good to see. Also in Cooper, we've got something on at 58 Bonnygate in Cooper. So they have tomorrow, again, just a little bit if you're into your arty and kind of craftiness, they've got a crystal jewellery making workshop on tomorrow morning. So Saturday the 19th between 10 and 1. You do get to take away what you make. Tickets are £50, but you could create a really couple of great Christmas gifts for someone, I'm sure, with that. So that sounds quite a nice thing to do as well. Again, if the weather's not great that day, good to do something indoors.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie, and have you got anything else that we might want to share with everyone?
Yeah, well, I've got one more thing to share. So this is the East Nuke Salt Company, and this is tonight, actually, 18th of November. Right, I'm going to try and say this without getting tongue twisted. It's called the Fab Fiver Friday. Done it.
Well done.
Going off now. The Fab Fiver Friday from 4 until 8, and that's tonight. So it's locally sourced takeaway meals. So they've got fish and chips, burger and chips, chicken curry, veggie curry, kids menus, fish coujons, and chips. And it's locally sourced from the East Nuke Kill House and JB Penman. So that's tonight. If you want to get your tea down there, that'd be a good place to go. And that's it from me, actually. I haven't got anything else.
I've got a couple of little bits. So again, just going throughout Levenmouth again, a couple of things on just going on the food way that you're spoken there, Anne-Marie. So again, tomorrow you're out in the wind and rain, walking along the beach. If you're down Lower Largo end of the beach, so the Ori in Lower Largo, Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 till 11. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a wet weekend, but they have some nice breakfast deals going on just now. So you can grab a hot filled roll and a hot drink for £5 there. So that's a really nice thing to have if you've been walking the dog on the beach and it's a bit nippy. Eating a little bit later and you've got other things on in the morning. They also do really great lunches, and they've got a soup and sandwich deal on at £7.95, as well as many other warming, heartfelt treats that you can probably treat yourself to. And then also tomorrow, again on the Christmas gala theme, so Buckhaven and Denbeath Children's Gala is on actually tonight, not tomorrow. It's on tonight, Friday the 18th, from 6 until 8. It's at Buckhaven Community Centre, which is just on Kinnear Street in Buckhaven. They've got over 40 stalls there actually, so it sounds like it's going to be a really big event. And so the stalls are kind of adult orientated and also kids orientated, and you can get tea and coffee as well. So again, if you're walking there from your house and it's a bit nippy when you get there, you can get a nice gift for someone for Christmas, and also a nice treat for yourself with a rather hot drinky. And that pretty much is it for what's going on in Fife over the weekend and this evening, and some items for next week if you fancy doing them. And anything else anyone wants to share about what they might want to be getting up to? What events are you getting up to, guys? Anything nice?
Well, I'm actually sorry, Erin.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's my birthday tonight, but we're going a bit out with Fife. We're meant to be going into Edinburgh tomorrow, but with the trains, I'm not too sure. Just because
you might be going to one of these stalls, Erin.
I might end up going to the Austrian market tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Yourself, Anne-Marie, what you got planned?
Nothing much really. I was just going to say I'm not in Fife. I'm actually in Dundee over the weekend. So me and hubby have just planned to go for a nice stroll along Broughty Ferry Beach.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, thanks everyone. We've given you some good ideas. If you've got anything that you would like to share with us, if you are someone that is hosting an event over the weekend or next week, do feel free to message us. It'd be great to hear from you. Happy to mention you for next weekend's activities when we do next Friday's show. This is something we are going to do every Friday. So again, you've got our information, message us directly. You can contact any one of the team if you want to share an event that you've got coming up. There's lots going on and everybody's competing just now for their audience. So we're more than happy to help with what's going on in the Fife community. And that's it from us. Have a brilliant weekend, everyone. Take care.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Bye.
Bye.